Welcome to the Global Peace Film Festival Lives Online Conversation 2021 Festival Edition. Today, we are going to be speaking with Nina Ruiz, the producer of Sleeping Warrior, a documentary detailing the first women's lacrosse team in Kenya. And we're very excited that we're not only speaking with Nina, but we are also speaking with two of the inspiring young women that you will meet in the film when you watch it during the festival. And I want to remind you to check out peacefilmfest.org for all updates and information about the upcoming September Festival and our year-round programming. The festival begins in-person screenings September 20th through the 26th, and followed by a week of virtual screenings that begin September 27th, running through October the 3rd. Again, check out our website for all updates and information about that. And now, please join me, Kelly Devine, the artistic director, and Nina Strike, the executive director, as we welcome Nina Ruiz and the two wonderful young women that you'll meet in the film, Sleeping Warrior, Maureen and Sharon. Nina, welcome.
And welcome Nina, and welcome Sharon and Maureen. Let me start by asking Sharon and Maureen to each introduce themselves and tell you a little bit about themselves, and then ask Nina to tell us a little bit more about the film. Sharon, do you want to start?
Yeah, okay, thank you for this opportunity. My name is Sharon Opari. I'm a Kenyan by citizen, and I'm a part of the film that's Sleeping Warrior. Yeah, and I'm also a player. I play attack, and welcome so much. I hope you'll watch that movie. Thank you so much.
My name is Nina Ruiz, and together with my co-producer Janet Wells from Canada, I co-produced this film, Sleeping Warrior. It's like you said, it's the first African female lacrosse team to make it to a World Championships, which was out in Canada. These two girls, Maureen and Sharon, are the main characters in our film. What the documentary will show you is their journey from making the team in the beginning in Kenya, in rural Kenya, where they come from, to traveling to the World Championships in Canada, and then when they return home again. We're basically asking people to join us on their journey, or this part of their life, and that's the story basically.
Well, and Nina, and then I'll turn this over to Sharon as well, and Maureen, if her audio is working. Kind of on both sides of the issue, how were you attracted to the story? How did you find out about it? And also for Sharon and Maureen, what was their experience in accepting the fact of being recorded?
Yeah, so about 5 years ago, I was asked by the coach Storm Trentham to join her on a Mission Impossible, which was to create the first African national team. It was a dream. It was pie in the sky, and I think both of us at times thought this is never going to happen, but let's try. So we did that 5 years ago. The coach Storm organized for about 300 girls to meet at a disused sugar factory field, where they came, most of them without trainers or any kit, or had never played lacrosse before. We had tryouts, and actually that's where I met Maureen for the first time. I went to the store to get water for the girls, and there was a girl sitting hunched by the side of the road, and coach Storm Trentham saw her and said, "That's a girl called Maureen. I know her. She's an awesome athlete. What's she doing there? Can you take care of her?" Because she had to go back and coach. So this girl was suffering from malaria and had walked for 6 hours to the fields because she couldn't afford the $1.50 for the fare. And there she was, exhausted. And I picked her up. We went into the store and we got some water and some biscuits. And I don't know how, but she managed to get herself to the tryouts. And the rest is history. But that's how I first met Maureen. Do you remember Maureen? That was the first time we ever met. Who would have known at that time? And then Sharon, I met obviously when we selected this. It was whittled down from 300 girls down to 22 by the end. And Sharon was one of those girls who made it to the final team. And that's how I got sucked in. And when I got to know the girls and saw the incredible hurdles that they had to jump over to get where they are compared to my girls who also played lacrosse for England, I just thought it was incredible. Their strength, their stamina, their dust themselves off, get up again, try again. They had and I just wanted other people to see it. It was, for me, it was a I just wanted people to see what I'm seeing. I think maybe that's what documentaries are about, aren't they? They're about sharing what knowledge or this incredible story. Never did I think that it would turn. It was going to be a little 20-minute story. It turned into a bigger project than any of us could have imagined. It just mushroomed, had a life of its own. So that's my story.
Well, and I think, Nina, part of that, and I'll turn to Sharon now, is Sharon, you were so generous and so open with your own life experiences. So what was that like to be, to have the camera lens on you and to be so open?
Okay, for me, telling a story, your real life story is a big deal actually. So for me, I decided to be open because I wanted to bring some reality, some real personality of me. I wanted people to know me well. So what made me to tell my story is that I just wanted to tell other people or other girls outside there that whichever the situation you are going through, you must know who you are. It doesn't mean what you're going through. Something that you're going through can make you succeed in future. So I wanted other girls to know that whatever you're going through, let it not be your let the past be the past, and let us focus on the present. Yeah.
That's a very inspiring message. Thank you for that. And Maureen, could you speak to experience? Have we lost Maureen?
I think Maureen's audio is not working.
Oh, that's a shame. And Nina, I'll start with you. Whenever a filmmaker approaches a subject, you certainly start with a certain framework, but often there are surprises and things you learn in the process of that filmmaking. Can you talk to us about what this particular process revealed to you?
I think on the whole, they were positive surprises. Filming in Kenya was easier than I thought it would be. Everybody is just like Sharon. I think most people are open, warm-hearted, and generous, like you said, generous with their story. And Kenyans by nature are storytellers. They have no written word, so it is in their culture to be good orators, and they are all. So that was a surprise. We didn't have to, Sharon, we never had to say, once you say go, they talk and they're eloquent, and I think they like telling their stories. And so that was a surprise. Obviously, there were some unpleasant surprises that nobody wants to hear, really, that these things are happening to some people. And like you said, it's a big deal sharing your story on camera. And at all times, we checked in and said, you can stop anytime, and what you don't want to say, you don't say, and only share what you want to share. As filmmakers, then we had a choice of how hard we portray some of these things that have happened. We chose a softer option. We did that on purpose. We wanted to be discreet because it is still somebody's life story. I think we managed to get the message across without hitting people in the face with it and without being too harsh. I hope we managed to do that. We also tried not to be too manipulative. We did not want to be the African sub-story with the violins. We wanted to be the opposite. So for us, it was important, like Sharon said, this is a positive story. This is what we want to teach people is there is because of and despite. There are some people who succeed because they've been given a leg up, because they have fabulous parents and because they have a good school and teachers. And there are some people who are successful despite all of their problems. And what we wanted to show is a big fat despite. These girls have not been given a thing other than the God-given talent that they have, obviously their sporting talents, and the head and the mentality and the attitude to succeed. And that's what we want to show. We want to show that if you have the right attitude, despite anything, you can be successful.
And Sharon, through the course of telling your story, and I think you touched on this a bit by saying, that it's important to remember that you're not, you as a human being are not the sum of your circumstances, that you as a human being are still full of potential and full of dignity. And but I'm just curious, as you went through both the process of joining the lacrosse team and being exposed to different things and having this opportunity to tell your story, what were some of the things that occurred to you along the way?
Okay, for me, I started playing lacrosse while in Form 1. Like, I didn't know all about lacrosse. I didn't know what's lacrosse. So one day I was just in class, then a teacher came, then told us that she needed active girls. So at that time I was active. So some girls walked out of the class. Little did we know where we are going actually. So we were taken to a certain school, then we were given the lacrosse sticks and a ball, and we were shown to play. So we had the first match. We had several schools, so we competed, and I think from there I decided that I want to play this game. So I was among, we were so many, we are like over 300 girls, as Nina had said, and so during the process, other people gave up on the way. But I myself, I decided not to give up. So like the training was tough and other stuff, you know how it goes. And I just encouraged myself. And actually I managed to be among the 18 girls who went to Canada. And yeah, and I really appreciate that.
Oh, that's great. And your beautiful smile as you talk about those things is wonderful to see.
Thank you.
And again, anyone watching, please check out the film because these stories are really inspiring, and these girls are just tremendous. Nina, one of the things that attracted us to this story, the story of Sharon and Maureen and the other girls, is that the central mission of the Global Peace Film Festival is to present models and ideas to our audiences that we hope they take into their own lives, into their own communities, to make the world a more peaceful and just place. And I just wonder if you have any suggestions about how you see that film that you've made and the story of Maureen, Sharon, and the other girls as fitting into that mission.
Well, I think first of all, the style that we use is, I hope it's a peaceful style. It is, I think, I also hope that what we're trying to show is the similarities in human nature, not the differences. We might have different circumstances. You might have a different house, a different parent, no parents, but we all have challenges, be they in our modern world, maybe mental health issues. You look at sportswomen like Naomi Osaka, who's got all the money and the millions in the world, parents, coaches, everything, and she's crippled with this mental health problem. It's not about rich or poor, or it's about challenges. And all we've done is depicted the particular challenges that one country has. So, you know, in Kenya, those are the challenges. I also hope that people see, this would be a question for Sharon actually, is girls in particular, girls and sport. Is it more difficult? Do other girls in other countries see that there is an imbalance and unjust in the male-female setup in the sports world? You know, I think, you know, it is still heavily biased towards boys. There's much more sport available, football, rugby, this, that. It's more unusual for girls to be able to join a team and find sport in their life. So that's something that we'd like to showcase, maybe. And I think most of all, I just want people to know and get to know Sharon and Maureen and all the girls there, that they are personalities. And I think the more we all know each other all over the world, the more it's all about knowing each other and getting to know each other. So this film is hopefully also a bit of, especially for younger, I would love young lacrosse players in the US to watch this film and think, oh look, they're so nice, they're so cool, and maybe one day go to Kenya, or when they go to the next World Championships, or go there and know that they may be from Africa and have different challenges, but are still lacrosse people, and get to know them a little bit. I hope people got to know them a little bit in the film.
So finally, I'm going to start with Kelly. Did I
ask that question of Sharon?
Okay.
Yes. So Sharon, what message might you want people to take away from seeing your really lovely and inspiring story?
Okay. What I just want people to know is that a girl child is so important to the world. So don't neglect them, or don't just look for a boy child. There should be some balances. Don't be biased on a girl child. When you help a girl child, you'll have saved the world. Yeah. So what I want to tell them is that a girl child is so important to the world. So that's thing of maybe neglecting them, misusing them should stop. Yeah.
What a wonderful message. So thank you for that. And,
Thank you.
And now finally, I see that Maureen is trying to say something, but her audio is just not working. So, so Was that you, Maureen?
Aside, I would say that for both
Yeah.
girls and boys, we are equal. So whatever girls can do, they do. Because we start playing at home. We had a competition with boys, and we are almost on the same level. So I can't see the difference between us because we are all human and everything we have to give a try. So for me, I want to say that not only in Kenya but all over the world, they just knew that both girls and boys are important. They have to that.
Thank you. So finally, I'm going to ask Sharon and Maureen first, and then Nina. What is next for you? And for Nina, how can audiences support this film? And for Sharon and Maureen, how can our audiences support your work or your future?
Okay, can I start?
Yes, Sharon.
Okay,
start.
thank you for the opportunity again. Okay, what's for me? Right now I'm a student. I'm studying diploma in accounting and finance in a university called Zetech University in Kenya. And what's next for me is that I just want to finish my education. Then how I pray that I can get work so that I can get that opportunity to help other girls outside there. Yeah. So what I can ask for your audience maybe to support is that whatever they have financially, maybe not only financially, even a word of encouragement can be a good thing to us. Maybe getting someone to talk to us, giving us direction on how to go with life. You know, we are girls and we are still young. We need people to talk to us, to give us direction. Yeah, so that's what I need from you guys. Yeah.
Thank you.
Welcome.
And Maureen, can we hear you?
This is called Zetech University. I'm pursuing diploma in I'm very proud of my course because I have been thinking about it. So what I will just ask our audience to do is that to stand in that and together with me so that we may not take the wrong path because we need more guidance and more supporting our audience because I know some of them that are older than us, they have an experience of life. So whatever they will share out will enable us to go back and we have an opportunity to identify that we are important and we have an opportunity to feed world and we have people who are holding us hands and we are working together. So whatever I will ask, given an idea is a very important thing to share. Whatever you have, it is much more important than just it. When you put your mind together, I know you will go back, not only in Kenya or in Africa, but in the world. Many people are going to learn a lot from us, and they are going to make changes to their life through this feeling, maybe. Because when they are going to watch this feeling, it has a lot of encouragement. Actually, very which will make them to have a reason why to focus and to move on with their life. For me, I just want to request you to do that, even to give out an idea or just to guide us on how to go through because we don't want to lose this opportunity that you have given unto us. Because when you got an opportunity, you need to use it very well. Because it will never come back again. You have given a chance once a time in your life. Thank you very much.
And Nina?
I think what you heard from the girls is that they really do appreciate any mentoring, any help that they can receive. It's more the interest, I think, that is important to them, to feel that other people care about them and that they're not just on their own. So Janet, my co-producer, and I, we set up an education fund, and any profits or any awareness that the film generates goes towards the education of these young girls. Now Sharon and Maureen won't tell you this because they're modest, but they are acing their exams. They have been at university now for 2 years because of this education fund. Education in Kenya is not free, and it's a horrible, horrible thing because without education, as we all know, you're kind of stuffed. So the girls have a lot of them in the team were kicked out of school because their parents couldn't afford the school fees. So that is a major problem, and for all those who get free schooling like we do, don't take it for granted. You know, these girls would do anything to stay in school and find the 100 shillings or whatever it is to stay at school. And then obviously, university education is even more expensive and so out of reach for so many of these clever girls. Sharon is doing really well. She's going to be an accountant, and we're here to support her all the way with our fund. And Maureen is in hospitality. She's now becoming an amazing cook. Yeah, we are super proud of them. And when you watch the film, you'll see that, well, you can maybe imagine where they would be without the education. Education is everything. And that's another big part of the film. Obviously, if we can, and anybody who wants to either get to know the girls or get involved with what we do, we're very happy to share. Happy to share my email if you want to get in touch with us. Do you want me to tell you my email now?
Well, we have the website for the film on the closing title card. So
yeah, so if anybody wants to and let me tell you, it's given me more enrichment to my life than I have to theirs. And Janet would say the same thing. You know, our lives have been hugely enriched by these girls. And anybody who wants to get involved, please do. It's such a good thing to do, and that's basically our little contribution to world peace.
Well, Nina, I wouldn't say it's so little, but thank you so much for all your work, and Sharon and Maureen, thank you for being so open and generous. Your live stories are going to be such an inspiration for anyone who is lucky enough to see the film. And so we thank you all for sharing it. And thank you for watching out there on YouTube, watching this interview. Again, we really strongly encourage you to go to peacefilmfest.org to check out the in-person screening date for the film, which is September 24th at 1 p.m. at the Winter Park Library. If you are in the greater Orlando area, please do come and check that out. But if you missed that, the film will be streaming for the virtual portion of the festival, which begins September 27th and runs through October the 3rd. For the streaming access, anyone in North America is welcome to buy a ticket for the film, and you'll really be rewarded by watching the stories of these young, brave women. It's very inspiring. And so again, please follow us on social media. Consider joining our newsletter, because once we bring filmmakers and the people that they capture into the GPFF family, we are always happy throughout the year to post updates and to keep people connected to these stories, because they are ongoing and continually inspiring. So thank you so much.
Thank you for giving us this opportunity. We really appreciate it.